News, Kansas News leader.
Tomorrow at this time, many of you will be getting your little ones ready to hit the streets in search of treats. Taking a few precautions can keep the fun from taking a scary turn. Sherry Sage with Safe Kids Kansas is here to fill us in on some very important reminders, so we appreciate you being here. Very timely. Number one, what's all happening on Halloween that can make it such an especially risky time?
Well, children are twice as likely to be hit by a motor vehicle on Halloween than any other day of the year. So pedestrian safety is really top of mind for families as they're sending their little ghosts and ghouls out for trick-or-treating. So our theme is always see and be seen. So we want to make sure that when kids are out trick-or-treating, that they have full visibility. So we recommend face makeup over masks because they want, when you're at an intersection, you need to have peripheral vision. Also making sure that there's nothing that they're going to trip and fall on as they're going into homes or, treading across the lawns on their way to the next house. But we also know kids are so excited. It's such an incredible day for them to get dressed up and to get candy and things like that. So we know that also means that their behaviors are not always predictable. They may move around in ways that you're not expecting. So for those people that are out driving around, particularly in residential areas that night, we know the peak trick-or-treating hours are between 5:30 and 9:30. So just be on high alert, slow down, put distractions away, and give your full attention, especially when turning corners or coming in and out of driveways, to make sure that we keep all the kids safe.
Safety kind of goes always. You said see and be seen. You didn't bring candy in your pumpkin for me, but you have some items that are kind of spread out here. So what are some of those things that can help with that see and be seen mentality?
Well, for vehicles and just others out on the street to be able to see kids, we recommend having you can put reflective tape on costumes. We have all sorts of different types of things. Of course, the good old flashlight, that helps in both areas. It helps other people to see you, but it also helps them so that they can see if there's stairs or a curb or something that or decorations that they might trip over. Also, glow sticks are fantastic because that makes kids really visible. I have this is kind of like a walker jogger bracelet, something like this that you can have either flashing or on that can, help kids to be seen a little bit better. As far as kids being able to see, again, the flashlight is going to be really important, but we also tell kids, walk on sidewalks, don't cross on the lawns because there's a lot of different decorations that people may have out.
And just as far as the decorations itself, I noticed you brought some of those like flickering LED candles down there instead of bringing an open flame because kids might have something on their costumes or your decorations themselves could be flammable and then flames aren't good around that kind of thing.
So flame retardant costumes are recommended, of course, but home fires, about 50% of home fires are actually caused by decorations that caught fire from a heat source or some type of open flame. So we recommend, as well as our partners with the fire marshal's office, that you use these battery-powered lights in your, for decorations, to put in your jack-o'-lanterns, and that way there's not the fire hazard. Also keep any heat source away from your decorations that are highly flammable, like the hay bales and the corn stalks and things like that. So just be mindful of that. And of course, keep those things away from the front door in a way that, to make sure that they aren't a tripping hazard as kids are coming and going from your door.
All right. So recapping, make sure you have those flame-resistant costumes, the reflective tape as well, so that folks can see you. Carry those glow sticks and flashlights. Stick to the sidewalks and paths. Keep those flammable decor items away from heat sources like lamps or flames. And then, of course, be alert and slow down, which really is probably one of the most important things. Because like you said, parents can be doing what they can, but kids are focused on one thing, and that's getting to the next door. And so they may be darting in and out between cars, not always using the crosswalks as much as we try to get them to do it.
Absolutely. We tell them carry a cell phone with you, particularly if kids are 12 or over. They can go in groups, predetermined route that you're familiar with, in a neighborhood you're familiar with. But remind them to keep their phone down and away and their attention, especially when they're crossing the street. So don't let that be a distraction.
Good advice for adults as well. Sherry, thank you so much. Always great information. Well, you might